So Ben, it's here we are, another boat show. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm here at the London International Boat Show. Here today primarily with JP Morgan Asset Management, who are just announcing their continued sponsorship with me for 2012, and also their sponsorship of the Round the Island race for the next 3 years. So you know, good day, and very grateful for their support, and looking forward to a great 2010.
So Ben, 3 Olympic gold medals. What's it like to be a legend?
Well, I've been very fortunate with the successes I've had so far in my career, but certainly there's a long way to go yet, in particular with the America's Cup, with Team Origin. That's something that we've never won in the UK. It all started here in 1853. And there's something myself and the rest of the guys on the team are very keen to put right. And also with 2012 coming up, with the Olympic Games, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be racing on home waters. So the next 3 years are going to be very busy. A lot of big events coming up. So it's important to keep pushing and keep trying to achieve more.
Career-wise, it's a bit sailing crazy at the moment. Do you still manage to get a bit of time off to actually enjoy your sailing, without the pressure of a race or preparation?
It's funny actually. I actually enjoy, as each year goes by, I seem to enjoy my sailing more and more. I think when I was younger, I probably put too much pressure on myself, and now, obviously there is a lot of pressure to go out and perform, and there's a lot at stake. But I certainly enjoy sailing on my own, but I'm also very fortunate with the guys I sail with. They're good fun. They're a very talented bunch of guys, and I really enjoy working with them.
Sailing isn't 100 metres, but do you get recognised on the street now?
Yes, sailing isn't, it's not like being a footballer or a 100-metre star. It's slightly less profile, but it's come a long way in the last 10-15 years, certainly in my involvement with the sport. It's much more high profile now. You kind of do get noticed around the place, which is a little bit disconcerting at times. But it's good for the sport. It's good to get young people more infused, hopefully get them out there sailing, and the future generations are what's important.
Do you find, you're mentioning about the future generations, is sailing a very nurturing sport? Is this something that's always been, or is this new?
I think sailing, once you get involved with it, you realise it's a great sport. It's very inclusive. So whatever level you want to be at, whether you're just getting into the sport, or you want to race for an Olympic medal, or you want to race in the America's Cup, or just racing, sailing around with family or friends, whatever level you want to be at, it's very inclusive. Take the Round the Island race, for example. You can have some of the best sailors in the world there racing against people who've never even sailed before, and there aren't many sports that you can say that. So it's a good sport for the family, and whatever level you want to take it to.
Traditionally, sailing's had there's been an element of sailing that's been relatively snooty, shall we say. Is that changing? Is that is there change in the clubhouses?
I think it's definitely a misconception with sailing that it's an elitist sport. Maybe in the past, 200 years ago, when it was the sport of kings, but nowadays it's a sport for everyone, and it's a shame at the top end, like any sport. It's expensive, like cycling is, or any other sport at an Olympic level. But certainly at the grassroots level, you can go down to your local sailing club. You don't even need to own a boat or any equipment. You can just start sailing with friends, and it's very easy to get involved.
A lot said about you personally, about your focus and dedication, and the people from JP Asset Management, JP Morgan Asset Management, were talking about this being attracted to them. Is there a flip side to Ben Ainslie?
I don't know. You have to ask.
Is there an inner Tiger Woods dying to get out?
Yeah. Well, no, not quite that bad. But no, you'd have to ask. You'd have to ask someone else. But no, certainly in all sports you have to be competitive. You have to push very hard. And I guess it does make you rather single-minded. Yeah, I'm very fortunate. I have a great family, great friends, and great support around me. So hopefully I won't, flip out quite just yet.
Do you watch films like The Perfect Storm and get all critical?
Yes and no. I love watching any movies where there's obviously boats involved and sailing. I think what's the Patrick O'Brien movie with Russell Crowe? That was a pretty awesome movie. And Hollywood is a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
I heard that you were allergic to sun. Is that rubbish, or is that true?
No, that's true, unfortunately. So I probably picked the worst sport I possibly ever could have to get involved with. and it's been an issue I've had all my life, but I kind of deal with it, and as I'm getting older it seems to be getting slightly better.
Do you have to have special lotions and potions then before you go out? Or?
Yeah, a few special sun creams and ointments to try and settle it down. It's obviously in hotter, warmer climates it's a bit of an issue, but it's just something, as I said, I've dealt with my whole life, so for me it's not really anything different.
What's your perfect sailing soundtrack?
Sailing soundtrack? Well, when we're racing or when we're sailing around, normally we don't have a chance to have any music on, but I was actually on a sailing holiday not long ago, and I was with my parents, so we were having to listen to a lot of Tammy Wynette.
So that's a big motivator for the race.
Yeah, that's right.
Country and Western, fantastic. What's your favourite film?
My favourite film is The Godfather Part 2. Yes.
Choice. Which other sports stars do you admire, and why in particular?
I admire Tiger Woods.
We all admire Tiger Woods.
For the right reasons. Yeah, when Michael Schumacher was racing, well, he is racing again now. I always thought he was pretty amazing. Yeah, no, you know, lots of guys out there who are at the top of their sports who are really dedicated and take it to a new level, and you have to respect that.
Has it always been the water for you? Rumour has it you're a bit of a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, I certainly enjoyed watching Chelsea in the last sort of 6 or 7 years, anyway, at least. No, I like watching football. I play five-a-side quite a lot at home with a local team, which is good fun. I also like golf, but very rarely get to play. So yeah, I like all sports really, anything competitive. I love watching sport as well.
So is it true about the Chelsea shirt with your name Ainslie on the back?
Yeah, that's right. I went to the ground and they gave me an Ainslie shirt, number 8, Frank Lampard's number. So I was pretty happy with that.
So what position would you go for?
Certainly not a striker. I went to one of the games and they had a pitch parade at half time, and I got to have a crack at an open goal and managed to miss by about 30 yards. So that was quite embarrassing.
What is it about Brits and sailing?
I guess it's our maritime heritage. When you look back to the days of Nelson and Trafalgar and Britannia rules the waves, and certainly the last 20 years or so, we can say that we've been doing that in the UK. Still, the America's Cup is the one thing that eludes us, so we've got to work hard to try and win that. A
lot of the sailing you've participated in and been very successful at is you effectively as a lone wolf. How do you adapt to a team environment for sailing?
Yeah, it's very different. It's much more rewarding being successful with a team, and the flip side is it's harder when you lose to work out where the issues are. But I certainly enjoy sailing with a team. It's as I said earlier, I'm very fortunate to sail with a great group of guys, very talented, hard-working. They're good fun, so we work well together.
On paper, you have a massive advantage for 2012, and I'm sure this must be going through your mind. Okay, how do you get away from that? Because that sort of advantage can be a disadvantage.
Yeah, I think certainly this Olympic cycle is going to be harder than ever to qualify when you look at the talent in the UK, guys like Ed Wright and Giles Scott, who are out there in the top 5 in the world. So certainly if you were ever going to get complacent, that would be something which would stop you. So those guys are going to be tough to beat, and when I get back to racing, I'm going to have a lot of hard work to do. Okay, we're here at the boat show. Are you going to have a noodle around? Absolutely, I'm looking forward to looking at some of the kit, dreaming about some of the Sunseekers. But no, it's a good show. It's good to see what's on offer and get everyone, catch up with lots of friends who you may not have seen for a while. Are you going to buy anything? What's on your hit list? I probably need to win a few more bonuses before I can get to the Sunseeker range, but I don't know. Have a look around. As I said, you can still go and do a bit of window shopping. Okay, Sunseeker, are you listening?